Brought to you by Refi. Refinance your defaulted private student loans today at yrefi.com/Ramsey.
Hi, I've been with my boyfriend for some time now, and basically for the last year we've been kind of planning to buy a house together. So I've been going through the steps and saving money, and recently he's been kind of hinting at the fact that he's going to propose soon. So I kind of sat down with him to see over the last year how much he saved towards this house, so we kind of know where we're falling. And I discovered after a year that he basically hasn't saved any money. And during that period of the year, I have been taking on most of the financial burdens because I make significantly more money than he does. I'm kind of shocked by the fact that he hasn't saved any money, and I don't really know how to go forward, so I wanted your advice.
Yeah, good question. On the one hand, I get why you're concerned, because in you guys' relationship, it sounds like there was kind of an agreed on point that you wanted to reach, and you were going to try to reach it together. And it seems like he hasn't, held up his side of the deal. But from my perspective, I would say he doesn't have to contribute to this at all, because it's really not a great idea for you guys to buy a house together if you're not married. And it's really not a great idea for you guys to be combining your money in any sort of way if you're not married. It's really great for you guys to say, okay, say you do live together. I'm paying my portion, you pay your portion, but we're not doing this thing together until there's some legality protection surrounding it in marriage.
I agree with that. But, Nicole, how did you feel? I got a point to make after I ask her this question. How did you feel when you found out?
That's actually the plan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
But the plan is not to buy the house until we get married. That's why he's telling me that the engagement is coming soon. So, we're getting the ducks in the row for, okay, we're engaged now. That means after we do the wedding, we're going to be buying the house, but the house is going to be the biggest fee, right?
I see.
Yeah, but,
okay.
So how did you feel? What emotions and thoughts did you have when you found out that he hadn't been saving any money?
I was absolutely devastated because he's living at home with we don't live together now. He's living at home with his family. And I've been fronting the money on everything, all of our dates. I've been putting away tons of money, and I make 3 times the amount of money he does.
How long have you been dating?
Just over a year.
I think this is a very clear, I'm going to call it yellow light.
Oh, I would have said red flag.
Well, you always surprise me. I feel, I think it's a yellow light. I think in the sense of this, what I mean by yellow light is...
Proceed with caution?
No, it's we sit down. She doesn't dump him. Red light to me is dumping, leaves him, I'm out. Yellow light is sit down and go, we need to do some premarital. I mean, if we're talking this, we need to get in alignment on this because this is what I was devastated. And you may have already shared that with him, Nicole, but even if you have, there needs to be a true alignment conversation.
Yeah.
And is he going to show you in the days and weeks and months ahead that he understands your values and is in alignment with your values, and he begins to save some money? I would not even say yes to his proposal. I wouldn't move forward on anything until that. That's what I mean by yellow light.
I agree with that. I think Ken and I are saying the same thing. We just used different colors, because red for me means let's stop and see if anything dangerous is happening.
Yeah.
And so my question for him would be okay, you've not been saving. Can you tell me why? And then can you tell me what have you been using your money for instead, because you're still living at home? I would have real questions, and I would want real answers, because that's indicative of what it will be like in your marriage when you speak about money.
Well, I know the answer to that. I did ask that question. And the majority of his money has been spent on food and video games.
Again, massive construction sign going, watch out, cliff ahead. Nicole, are you feeling that too?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling, because it's
okay. So can I play? If I could play older brother, or I might be old enough to be your dad for all I know, I would just tell you that this is a serious conversation. He needs to make some changes in his life if he wants to be in your life. That would be my bumper sticker.
What do you see about him that's really, I want to go in another direction. What do you see about him that is really great, that you go, this guy's got motivation. This guy's got that thing, this guy? Like, tell me those things. I'm just curious.
Why I love him. He has been my rock. Like, I've opened up a ton of new businesses in the last year, and every single one I've done, he's had my back through every single one. He's so genuine. He is so sweet, and he is so kind-hearted. I've never met a man like him in my life.
Okay, I like that. Listen, I'm gonna say something really harsh, and I realize this. You can get all of those things from a pet. Support, somebody to be there to talk about. I want you to be able to say deeper things. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes sense. I love this. I love you're bringing the heat today.
What you said, like, that's a golden retriever, and we love that. That's why we love our animals. They're always there for us, unconditionally. You know, they're there to support us. They've got that.
By the way, by playing video games and buying fast food, he is essentially the same as a golden retriever there as well, just costing you money. And I want to hear you say, you know, wow.
This guy, you know, if you were to ask me or my husband that same question, it would be more about what they bring out of us and what I see, when I go, oh man, nobody works harder than Sam Warshaw. Like, that's inspiring to me. The way he will get up and do whatever it takes to take care of his family, the way that he'll take care of his kids, like the way he's sacrificed for us year after, like, those are the things that I want to hear.
Yep.
And I'm not hearing that. That's why I kind of flipped it to see, okay, what do you guys mean to each other, and what roles are you playing? And is it beyond just, well, you know, they're there when I need them, you know, and what does that even mean?
Yeah, he's a very sweet guy.
A nice guy.
All the things. He's also a pretty decent gamer, sounds like, you know, but we got to, you see where I'm going,
Just
Nicole?
I
got a chuckle out of you. I mean, listen, you can love someone and decide to also say they're not the person that they need to be right now for me to decide to marry them.
Yes.
I think this is a very real conversation. Back in my day, we used DTR, define the relationship.
Yeah,
Kids don't know what that means, I'm sure.
DTR.
I'm sure I dated myself again on that. But I think that's what's got to happen.
Yeah, I think so too, because...
All right, give her the... All right, so give her the... you're the strong female. I think she's a strong female. Give her 30 seconds on how she starts that conversation with our guy.
Oh boy, how she starts the conversation.
Sets it up.
I've been thinking.
Okay, give me more.
I've been thinking, you know, I love you because you've always been there for me. You've been my rock, but I really needed you to be there for me. I really needed you to show up when came time to talk about our goals as a couple. And when it came to our goals as a couple, you let me down. You didn't show up with your side of the money. You said you were going to do this. You said you were going to do that. And I haven't seen that. And this is the first time you've let me down, and unfortunately, it's in an area that really matters to me because it's not just about you or me, it's about us.
Wow.
Is that all right?
Oh, it's good. It's good.
All right?
I think it's going to get his attention. Well done. Whew. Poor guy. But he's going to have to stand up at some point.
Why Refi refinances delinquent private student loans for struggling borrowers. Learn more at yrefy.com/Ramsey.